Congressman Mike Quigley from Illinois. Congressman, thanks for being with us here. And as you know, Senator Manchin has been a key holdout on a lot of aspects of the president's agenda. Ali Vitale just reported that he's been kind of quick to not characterize this as a sudden turnaround. But what do you make of the recent events?
Look, I live by the adage, it's never too late to do the right thing. I frankly don't care how he describes it. If he's a yes vote, that's all that matters now. Look, we don't get too many hallelujah moments around here. We may be on the cusp of one of those, passing CHIPS legislation to make our manufacturing stronger and more independent. And this legislation, which would put us on a path to reducing emissions by 40% by 2030, reducing prescription costs, health care costs. I'll take it. Mr. Manchin can describe it any way he wants.
So how would this bill change the economic situation for the average American?
I think it reduces out-of-pocket costs for things that really drive people, particularly Americans on fixed incomes, prescription costs, because it allows Medicare to finally negotiate on those costs. It also continues those subsidies that existed under Obamacare. It caps the total cost for Medicare recipients at $2,000. That helps a great deal. And the subsidies towards energy, actually, that's one of the main costs Americans have. Again, especially those on fixed incomes, it's going to reduce the costs they have, particularly when they don't have any alternatives. What's
your level of confidence that Democrats can get this passed by the August recess?
I'm a Cub fan. I'm wildly optimistic. I always have been. We're going to get this done. Because there is no alternative. There's an urgency of now, and I think that optimism that you all just described is real, and I think that sense of now, that sense of urgency is going to prevail.
We have a lot of topics we want to get to you on. You were just in Ukraine over the weekend. What did you learn about how this conflict is changing?
Yeah, look, I learned that our aid, our military aid has evolved as the war has evolved, and that should be the case. We began by funding an insurgency with javelins and stingers and light arms, and we moved to howitzers and HIMARS, which are, long-range artillery and missile systems and weapon systems. That's changed the course of this war, and we have to keep at it. I mean, we met with President Zelensky. We talked about the ATACMS, which are even longer range, again, changing the scope of this. And this can't be fighting to a tie. There's an urgency that we need to act very soon, because as the weather changes, the war slows. A slow battle of attrition favors Russia, so we need to act now.
Real quickly, Congressman, we only have about 30 seconds left with you, but you've been outspoken on the recent monkeypox outbreak. What more does the federal government need to do?
I think we need to declare a public health emergency. It would facilitate funding and our response, particularly. I mean, this is an issue very close and hitting hard in my district. And I think the Biden administration's talked about a $7 billion aid package. I think they need to send it to us right away.
Congressman Mike Quigley, thanks for your time.
Thank you.